The Fallen Star Experiment. For years, I was the golden child of the family. I worked as a high-level corporate consultant, clearing mid-six figures. Because I made it, I became the safety net. I paid for my cousin's wedding, bought my mother a designer wardrobe, and even let my younger brother live in my guest house for free while he found himself. But I always wondered, do they love me or do they love the lifestyle I provide? The setup. Last year, I decided to find out. I told my family I had been caught up in a massive corporate fraud investigation. I claimed my assets were frozen, my reputation was ruined, and I was facing potential jail time. I didn't just tell them, I lived it. I moved into a tiny, cramped studio apartment in a rough part of town and sold my luxury SUV. It was actually in long-term storage. The Great Disappearing Act. The shift was chillingly fast. My brother, Jason, the one living in my guest house, the moment I told him the news, he didn't ask how I was. He asked, where am I supposed to live if the bank seizes this place? 2 days later, he moved out without saying goodbye. He blocked my number because he didn't want to be associated with a criminal. My mother, she stopped calling. When I reached out to her crying, faking it, of course, she told me, I can't deal with this stress right now. My blood pressure is high because of the shame you've brought us. My best friend, Mark, I'd flown this guy to Vegas 5 times on my dime. When I asked to crash on his couch for a weekend, he said his girlfriend had allergies and it wouldn't work out. The unexpected allies. While my inner circle evaporated, the people I had overlooked stepped up. Leo, the janitor from my old office building. He heard I was struggling and found me at my new apartment. He brought me a box of high-quality tools. If you can't find office work, take these, he said. I can teach you how to fix sinks. You'll never go hungry if you can use your hands. Sarah, an ex-intern. I had mentored her years ago. She reached out and offered to let me use her laptop and internet so I could look for legal help, even though she was barely making rent herself. Mrs. Gable, my 3rd grade teacher. I had sent her flowers every year for a decade. When she heard the scandal, she mailed me a handwritten letter with a $100 bill tucked inside. You were a good boy then, and I know you're a good man now, it read. The reveal. After 6 months of poverty, I invited my family to a final dinner at a cheap diner, saying I needed to say goodbye before my sentencing. They showed up looking embarrassed to be seen with me, whispering about how I'd ruined the family name. Halfway through the meal, I stood up and clicked a remote in my pocket. My assistant pulled up to the diner in my SUV, wearing a suit, and handed me my real watch and my black credit card. The investigation is over, I said. Actually, it never existed. I just wanted to see who would hold the umbrella for me when it rained. The silence was deafening. My brother started to say, I was just giving you space, and my mom reached for my hand, mentioning a vacation she wanted to take. The final move. I didn't give them a dime. Instead, I called Leo, Sarah, and Mrs. Gable. I bought Leo a franchise of his own cleaning business, so he'd never have to work for anyone again. I paid off Sarah's student loans in full, and for Mrs. Gable, I set up a permanent scholarship fund in her name at the school where she taught for 40 years. As for my family, I told them I was dead to them, just like they thought my bank account was. I haven't answered a text from them since.